Josh, so this is my wife, Heather. What we really gleaned from this weekend is, with life and we have 3 kiddos, and life just gets real busy. She's a homeschool mom. We both work opposite schedules so that she can stay home with the kids. And what we really did learn is we refound that our marriage, what was missing was knowing that even in our marriage bed that he can give rest together, because you get so busy and you get life just, your sports schedules and work schedules and violin lessons and piano lessons and all the things, we all know how the schedule gets. But just finding that even in the times of intimacy that he is the author of rest. And that even that together, and recognizing that, you just, more than just rest of laying down at night and closing your eyes, but even together that we can find the rest that he intended with each other.
I also work here at Awakening and didn't want to come. But it was a battle to get here.
Yeah, it was a battle.
Literally 2 days before coming, his work said they weren't going to let him come. And so I was like, that must be it. We're not going. And then we didn't have really set childcare. We've been shuttling our kids between homes for a couple of days to be able to come. And literally the day before the event, his work was like, okay, we are going to let you go. And so I was like, okay, God, wow. I was super apprehensive about leading a group, we were the facilitators. And I know I can't even talk right. And we're over here, and honestly, so I'm saying the first things, I'm saying, you had us do the first exercises, while you're here. I'm like, oh my gosh, why am I here, right? So God is saying something, and we say it, it's not real profound. And then they come behind us, and they start praying the prophetic prayers and languages we're familiar with, and I'm like, oh my gosh, God knew who I needed. This was a like-minded people. Yeah. That really spoke to me that God also cares about who he connects you with at these events. Absolutely. And he does orchestrate who you're sitting with and what you need. Yeah. And so we feel like it's a family. Yeah. And it was worth the investment and the sacrifice. And literally he had to step out for a few minutes today to go check on one of our kids, but it was fine to come, and it was worth the investment. And regarding rest, I had already been feeling, just to expound on what he said, I had already been feeling at the beginning of the year that I have a very hectic schedule. I do homeschool during the days, and I work night shift at night on the weekends, and then we have off church stuff, so I don't have a lot of free time. And I had already heard the Lord speak to me personally that you need to go after rest. And immediately I'm like, yeah, I can do that. That sounds fun. And so I'm like, rest sounds real good. And so we're going after it, and I kid you not, it has been the hardest couple months, some financial attacks, just navigating some difficult situations. And I'm just like, God, this ain't rest. I literally wrote in my journal the other day, on the way to staff meeting or something, I'm like, this is not rest. And I am exhausted. And I was just like, oh, it's just, rest will come later. And so when we were, given the assignment, the challenge, he's like, it's rest. And I remember just laying, rocking in his arms yesterday when he had us hold, and I just felt the Lord say, this is what rest looks like. And I was like, oh, I forget in the hecticness, we always make time for each other. That's not what I'm talking about. We make time for each other. We make time for intimate connection with one another, but it always wasn't from a place of rest. Sometimes it was a place of just trying to make time to meet and just really just trying to make our schedules work together. And there was something about just literally being able to be there's a pause that can happen in a marriage space, in a covenant covered marriage space, that rest can literally be there even in the midst of the crazy. And so literally I woke up feeling rested, and not even saying I slept good, I just felt rested, and I wake up and our fridge isn't working. I kid you not. I walk in, I was like, man,
Brand new fridge.
Yeah. And I'm looking at the fridge, I'm trying to skidoo it. I'm breaking generational curses of Samsung off my GE. And I'm like, this is not it. But I looked at it and I remember, like, not even a few weeks ago, I would have literally been in the floor like, this is not, okay, I'm done, God, I can't take another thing. But I was like, oh my gosh, one, we're laughing about it. And two, I'm like, this is literally from a place of rest. I mean, I literally just refilled the fridge from our power going out on Monday. And so, like, I'm just sitting here like, what? And so I'm like, God, thank you for even just a glimpse of what rest within marriage looks like. Skidoo your appliances. Do it.